So much to the dismay, shock, horror of the legacy media, it seems that Alex Jones has returned on Twitter and they're crying about it, like articles after articles of salt and tears. If only they would write like this when the economy went to shite. Or when people were being locked in their homes and forbidden to go to their businesses, then maybe they would actually have some readers. But no, they don't write like that. And this is why Alex Jones, as well as Tucker Carlson, are two of the most popular people on earth right now. And through these events, it seems that Twitter has almost entirely exclusivity of them. I mean, no, seriously, like, think about it. When your father was in diapers, like back in the day, if you were to go to a television network and tell them, hey, we want you to sign this contract and you get exclusive access to the most popular people on earth, like not the first, but also the second. What person in their right mind, like what person that has a lick of business sense wouldn't say, holy shit, the ratings, oh my god, of course, where do I sign? Like, this is a matter of great public interest. The masses are starving for these people. Look at them. Look at the masses. They're salivating. They're already moving their mouse, going to the Twitter, doing the clickety-clack, waiting to hear the wisdom from Tucker Carlson. And by the way, you know, like, it doesn't matter if what these people are saying is truthful or not. The people demand. The people want access. Who are you to stand in front of the people? Who do you think you are? Like, that was the mentality back then. But now you have, like, a couple of soccer moms that are working for the US government going like, oh, how can we allow? How can we allow? It is our responsibility to safeguard the people. Your mother, listen to me, your mother is incompetent. She is not capable of deciding for herself who to watch and who not to. If she is exposed to harmful misinformation, how could she know? Right? Like this is the mentality of 2023, like the garbage Puritan mentality that all of us on the internet are being subjected to. Fucking moral busybodies. Jesus. The thing that I love the most is, like, number one, this is self-inflicted, right? The reason that Twitter now has exclusivity to two of the most popular people on the internet, and I would say even on cable, is due to the fact that the other social media don't want them. YouTube doesn't want them. Facebook doesn't want them. Like no one else wants them. And due to that, they're now on Twitter. Almost exclusively. And when I say exclusivity, of course, there are certain exceptions. Like, I think, like, they can still stream on BitChute and maybe Rumble. But we're talking about, like, the mainstream places where the normies go. Now you got Alex Jones there. It's interesting how the mainstream media is crying. They're basically saying that it's harmful, but they can't really explain why. They fail to articulate, like, what is the harm? And they keep saying conspiracy theories. And it's like, dude, I grew up with conspiracy theories. I became a model citizen despite the fact that I was subjective to harmful American conspiracy theories. There was this documentary on TV. It talked about Bigfoot. It talked about the aliens. Those were the conspiracy theories that I grew up with. You know, the news back then was that politicians are corrupt. Politicians are greedy people that want to take away the taxpayer money. They want to suck the blood of the taxpayer. That was the news. Now it's the reverse. Now it's, well, actually, the US government has declassified what they have on UFOs. That's newsworthy. Or the politicians being corrupt? No, that's conspiracy theory. Hunter Biden's that? No, conspiracy theory. Ban it off the internet. The thing that they complain is also, like, Alex Jones did real harm. And I'm like, no, I think it's worse than real harm. Because if you actually get in a bar fight and you punch someone, you have to pay a fine, you go to jail, you come out of jail. You can still use Twitter. In case you murder someone, like you drive over with a car, and, you know, like, it can happen. It can happen. Still not acceptable, you go to jail. go to jail, there's a trial, manslaughter, right? But when you come out of the prison, you're a rehabilitated person. So I don't understand, like, what do they think is the harm? Like, is it the harm for the families? Like, the families already know, like, they went to trial over this. Is it a harm towards, I don't know, like, are they afraid that there may be another shooting in the future and Alex Jones may do it again to the family? Like, what exactly is the harm? I want to know. Like, why do they think it's so harmful that despite the fact that hundreds of millions, like, this is what we're talking about now, hundreds of millions of people would want to see Alex Jones back, someone gets to decide, working for CNN or like who gets to decide, by the way? Like, that's another question. Who gets to decide? Well, actually, no, those hundreds of millions of people, they don't get to see what they want. No, I decide that they don't get to see what they want. Who is that person, I wonder, huh? Because when Elon Musk made the poll on Twitter, apparently 70% of all the people that voted said that, no, actually, he should be able to be reinstated. And why should the media listen to the 30%? Why don't the media say, well, it's actually a fringe vocal minority that thinks that Alex Jones shouldn't be allowed to talk? And by the way, out of those 70% that do want him to talk, that doesn't mean that they think he's a nice guy or that they would listen to him. I personally, do not even watch InfoWars. And not to mention, Alex Jones is a competitor of mine. I know that, well, the sizes are there, but realistically speaking, right? If someone wants to get their news from Alex Jones and not from me, that's called competition. So if I was like a savvy business capitalist, I would advocate, no, you should remain banned. People should watch me instead. Right? Like, shouldn't that be the case? Of course, when it comes to the mainstream media, this is exactly what they're thinking. Like, they're thinking, like, well, it's, like, first of all, if the Twitter files are real, and we see that a lot of the censorship actually comes from the US government, like, they actually demand what social media should censor, it is inconveniencing for someone to offer a different point of view. Especially on a platform like Twitter, where you have community notes. So if he starts bullshitting and if he starts lying, he's going to get fact-checked. So, what is the harm? Because the only harm that I see is towards the mainstream media's bottom line, as well as to Democrats' politicians' campaign trail. It's not nice if their message goes in contradiction with a different message. Like, they would prefer if their message is the only message out there. And it's unfortunate when you live in a democracy and there's other people with different points of view. Or different opinions, right? Like, an opinion can't be true or false. Like, it's what the person believes. And if it resonates with other people, then, well, I guess it's unfortunate for the one that has the unpopular opinion, isn't it? Let me know what you guys think, and as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.